It's 5 o'clock on Wednesday, and it's time for...
A Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show right here on...
Magic TV.
Absolutely. I'm going to be honest with you. If you watch the Craig and Ryland Review Show for the latest and greatest products, get excited about new stuff that you want to buy, this is not the episode for you, because not everything on this review show is good. Some of it is downright terrible, and some of it is diabolical. But we do have a couple of good tricks. We'll get to those in a bit, but first of all, we're going to start something that kind of makes you go, what's the point? Okay, so first up, we have a front runner for the single most ridiculous premise for a trick ever. Something that really should never have come out, as far as I'm concerned. This is Makta.
What is the point?
By Doosung Hwang. And what is this? Well, this, in essence...
Can I say about this one? Because I actually performed this trick on stage.
Yes, you can. I want you to talk all about this, but let me just explain what the premise is. I will. So, so what this is this is a device that will allow you to make a coin vanish and appear somewhere else. One coin. You can make one coin vanish and make that coin appear somewhere else. Well, somewhere else where you've got straight lines, and we'll talk about all of this in a minute. But first of all, we did film this for Ryland's social media. We used a TARDIS mug. We did a, which is another part of the problem. Well, that's another part of the problem, which we'll get to in a bit. But first of all...
I was talking about that too.
Yeah, but first of all, let's have a look at a performance of Ryland doing this, and then we'll bring it back to the review.
Me, my dad and my sister are very big Doctor Who fans. And here, I've got my dad's TARDIS mug, and it's really cool. So I think he orders it off Amazon or something. Maybe it's a gift, but yeah, that's his TARDIS mug. And I've also got this coin from 1967, a really old copper coin. So I just want you to watch the coin. Just like that. Just like that. And you can see, if we go inside, we have the copper coin.
Right, okay, so that was a performance. And some of you are thinking, well, that was quite good. Why are Craig and Ryland being so harsh on this? Ryland is gagging to talk about this. But let me explain one thing first of all. So on the tutorial, Doosung Hwang, who created this, he talks about his inspiration behind this device.
I was going to say that. That's what I was going to say. You told me that and I was going to say it.
Okay. But, I will shut up. Go ahead.
The inspiration behind this device was a trick that I perform in my stage act called Clonk, which is basically the exact same thing, but is it cheaper, Clonk?
Clonk is more expensive, but this is still not cheap. This is like 100 quid. Yeah. Clonk is about 200 quid. Clonk is more expensive.
Yeah. But Clonk is actually worth it because you have 3 coins with it. Because his inspiration, he said, is the trick that I do, which is Clonk. And he says, I like Clonk, but I only want to do it with 1 coin. So I've invented this. So now there's a couple of things wrong with this. The first one being, with Clonk, it can practically go anywhere. It can go in a bucket. With this... And
the reason is, tell them, it's because of the magnet.
It's because the gimmick, it's got magnets, so it will stick to anything metal. And if you want to, you can use blue tack. Which means it can stick into anything straight.
And you get a bucket with Clonk as well, with a special built-in magnet.
Yeah, it comes with a bucket, and it comes with a built-in magnet inside the bucket, which means it comes practically ready-made. You just stick it in, well, charge it up, stick it in, perform it.
But you don't have to use a bucket. You can use lots of things, because the actual gimmick has... and basically, with Clonk, you have this hidden gimmick, and you get a remote control, and every time you press the remote control, a coin drops.
And that can be from... you or assistant of stage.
Yeah, and it'll hold 3 coins, so usually me. Yeah. And it'll drop 3 different coins at 3 different points.
Now, like the guy said, his inspiration is Clonk, but he doesn't like doing it with 3 coins. But the thing is, you can do Clonk with 1 coin. You can do Clonk with 2 coins, or you can do it with 3 coins. But if you just put 1 coin in there, I mean, first of all, you could put all 3 coins in there, then just click the button once. Second of all, you could just put, second of all, you can just put 1 coin in there, click the button, and then if you click it again, nothing's going to come out.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can do it with 1 thing.
The other thing with Clonk is you get those sections that will allow you to fit basically any coin size in there. So you can have dollars, you use $half, but you can have dollars in there, you can use $half, you can use pretty much any coin size. This is limited to $half.
Not like one that small.
Yeah. So in essence, I don't understand. Go on, Carrie.
Yeah, I was just saying, like I said, the gimmick with Clonk is curved sort of fit in the bucket, but you can use blue tack to stick it into something straight. The thing with this is it's not going to go in the bucket. It's not going to go anywhere curved, because this is...
Well, it's
the
shape of the gimmick, yeah. The shape of the gimmick, and it's been 3D printed by the looks of it, but the shape of the gimmick, he suggests putting it into a coffee cup. The problem with putting it into a coffee cup,
it won't fit.
It uses blue tack. Yeah, so it doesn't stick against the side. That's why we had to use a TARDIS mug in order to do the performance, because it doesn't fit inside it doesn't fit inside a normal mug. So where he suggests sticking it in the video, you can't stick it in that position. And it's not like it's a different size. It's roughly the same size as Clonk. The remote control is roughly the same size. The actual gimmick is the same size. I don't understand why this came out. I don't get it. It's a substandard version of a great trick that...
Already been released.
It's kind of like having somebody say, right, okay, I know that McDonald's aces have been out for ages, but, you know, I don't like the fact that there's 3 aces. I prefer only 1 ace. So I'm going to supply you with 1 double-sided ace, and I'm going to teach you how to vanish that 1 ace, and I'm going to bring it out again.
It's like having a Lego piece, like a Lego fairground with like a bunch of fairgrounds, and they all move. And then you buy one. It's like really cool, but it's like 50 quid. But then you can get one for like 25 quid, like 30 quid sort of. But you get less. You get less fairground rides, and it doesn't spin. So like the horse round goes round. It won't go round.
It's ridiculous.
Because there is a Lego set like a fairground that has the horse that spins around. And it has like that.
The only reason I can see why people would buy this is because it's cheaper. But even though it's cheaper, it's nowhere near as good. And it's still expensive. Like I say, I can't remember exactly, but it's over 100 quid, while Clonk is like, I think, a couple of 100 quid. Clonk is still available. That's the main problem. 1 coin.
Why?
Why 1 coin? Why 1 coin? Like, the justification is ridiculous. I want to do Clonk, but I only want 1 coin, so I created my own version. Just put 1 coin in Clonk. I just don't get it. I do not get it. It is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It makes no sense why this has been bought out. And this is and you're somebody who I bet that there's nobody who uses Clonk more than you. You use Clonk in every single stage show. Maybe the creator. But you use Clonk in every single show, don't you? Like every single show.
What about the friend of the creator?
Okay. You're one of the people that use Clonk the most.
What about the friend of the creator?
Can we stop? Now we're getting carried away.
What the friend of the friend of the friend of the friend of the creator?
So I'm
What about
giving...
the friend of 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 the creator?
How about we stop?
Okay.
I'm giving this 0%. I don't think it's worth anything. I think it's just a waste of money.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. I'm not giving this anything. I think it's just a waste of time. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of money. If you like the idea of this, I'd get Clonk. It's exactly the same thing. And it does exactly the same thing.
Times better, and it comes with you don't have to buy some square mug that you're never going to find.
Yeah, and the problem is when you're using blue tack to adhere the gimmick, that it fell off 3 times in performance.
Yeah, we had to film it like.
We had to film it like 5 times. Yeah.
Because the first time it just goes all around. Second time it just fell off. Third time it did something. The 4th and 5th time it fell off.
Yep. Whilst you're never going to get that with Clonk because it's magnetically locked,
and it comes with a pre-made bucket that's got the magnet in already.
Exactly. There's no reason why you wouldn't get Clonk. So I'm going to give this 0%. Ryland's giving it 0% minus tooling or something, which is just harsh. So there you go. And what we'll do, very quickly, in case you haven't seen Ryland do Clonk, I'll put a video up now. I'll get Michael to put a video now of you doing Clonk live on stage, so you can see what Clonk looks like. It's exactly the same thing. It's a gimmick.
Just remember, it comes with the bucket.
Comes with the bucket, yeah.
It's like my favourite thing about Clonk. It comes with the bucket.
Yeah, it's great. So 0%. Let's move on. Right, next up we have Drawn by Armanujjaman Abir. And basically what this is this is a gimmick that you add to a deck of cards that allows you to make it look like you've torn a corner off a card, you've thrown it at a deck, and as it hits the deck, it turns into a drawing of that corner of the card. And it doesn't have to be a card. You get the gimmick in there as well, so it could be the corner of a dollar bill or $100 bill or something. But in essence, that's why it's called Drawn. You throw this at the deck, and it looks like it just changes into a drawing. You love this, don't you?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Me, I'm not too keen. So we'll have a little bit of debate. We haven't talked really too much about why you like it and why I don't. But we did film this for Instagram, so you can have a look at Ryland's performance of this. And then after looking at the performance, we'll talk about what you think. Okay, so first of all, right, talk about why you like it.
Well, first of all, I think it looks cool.
It does look cool, I'll give you that.
Obviously, it didn't fool me because I know what a black card is.
Yeah.
With elastic string, invisible thread. But obviously, a layperson wouldn't know what a flat card is.
No, they
And
wouldn't.
then, you're just going, and a drawing appears.
Yep.
So that just looks incredible.
It does look incredible. I agree, the visual
It is
moments.
incredible.
Plus points for this, from my point of view. First of all, the change looks good. Yes. It look because of how the card is made, it really looks like that piece changes into the drawing when you throw it at the card. Yeah. I also love, and I've never seen this with a flat card before, the locking system that they've got. Normally with a flat card, when you open it and it's got invisible elastic thread, when you set it, it's wanting to close, and so you're having to hold it. With this, once you set it, it's got a locking system in place. So you can have that in your deck, and you can just keep it locked until you need it, at which point you're then ready to prime it. So that's actually really good as well. My negative behind this is to do with the setup. What I mean by that is the way that you did it on Instagram, that is not the way it's normally done. You presented it on that video they just saw with the corner already torn off the card. And you told me that...
In that performance, you get to control it yourself. It's
Well,
what makes
yeah.
it look better.
Well, here's the thing. Hang on, let me finish for a minute. You told me that how you would do this is you would use an angle Z type sequence. So you would force the Queen of Hearts that's already got the corner torn off. That would be in the box. You then pretend to take the corner, throw it away, have it appear in the box, and then do the drawn thing, which is great. But the way that he explains how to do it, first of all, you get a load of cards. So you set the gimmick with whatever picture that you want. So you set it with the Queen of Hearts. You get loads of different corners that you can use from different cards. But it doesn't mean that unless you buy the gimmick multiple times, you can't do it. If you're at an event, you couldn't change card gimmicks in between performance because you'd have to take that off, take that transfer off, add the next transfer on. So the first problem is you're stuck with the same card all night. So if you're using the Queen of Hearts, in your case, everybody's going to get the Queen of Hearts unless you buy another one of these gimmicks. The second problem is the way that he suggests doing it is that you actually do take the card, Queen of Hearts, you tear the corner off the Queen of Hearts for real, which has to be very precise because it has to match the picture, which is okay. With practice, you could get there. Then the problem then becomes that you're using a Queen of Hearts every time. So if you're having to reset it for the next table, you're going to need another Queen of Hearts because you can't use the same Queen of Hearts because you've already torn the corner off. And then you have to add in order to do the actual drawn thing, you have to add the magnet onto the corner piece, right? Now he suggests, and this is one of my biggest issues with it, he suggests sticking that gimmick to your trousers and then just stealing it when you need it and adding it to the corner when you tear it off. And the problem with that is that's not being very well thought through because that will fall off in performance if you're walking around. If you put the gimmick stuck to your trousers, it's going to fall off. But I understand why he's saying stick it to your trousers, because if you put it in your pocket, you'll never find it because it's very, very small. Which is why when you did it on Instagram, you stuck the gimmick to the corner from the very, very beginning. And you solved the problem by putting that corner piece in the card box and doing a angle Z type thing. It solves the problem because you don't need to keep that extra gimmick somewhere. You don't need to tear a corner off the card so it can be precise, and you don't need to add it to the corner piece under the audience's eyes because it's already there. So doing angle Z as a setup to this does fix a lot of the problems that I've got, other than the fact it's going to be the same card every time unless you buy more than one drawn.
How much is it?
I don't know, it's about 30 quid. But I mean, that's your idea, and that's not on the tutorial, so we can't use that as a reference point as to why it's not an issue, because as far as I'm concerned, the issues that I've brought forward are still issues, and it's not like he said, do angle Z, that was your idea. So it's not like I can base your idea on the review of this product. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
The way that it's actually explained on how to do it in the real world is not practical.
Yeah.
The moment where
sense.
the corner goes onto the cards, I think it's excellent. I think the dollar bill thing is a bit stupid, because why have you got the deck of cards in play? I think that the card thing is better. And I think, but you know, and I think that moment is great. And also it's worth saying, you then hand that card out and give it them as a souvenir. As long as you prep the cards beforehand, which is not a problem, once you've done that drawing thing, you can immediately turn that card over and give it them, and they can keep it as a souvenir. That bit is super sick. That bit is awesome. My problem is I don't think it's been very well thought out on how you get to that point.
Yeah.
So I'm totally with you in that I think that the moment where the piece becomes a drawn piece is amazing. And even though you don't do card magic, when you, on the odd occasion, you do a close-up job, which you don't do it very often, but on the odd occasion you do a close-up job, I could see you doing this. I could see yourself doing this, but just with an angle Z instead. I could see you doing this. Hey, look, boom, tear it off. Look, it's vanished. It's in the thing. Watch this. Boom. Let's move on. Do you want to see a cube trick? I could see you doing that 100%. But that angle Z thing is your idea. It's not on the project. And on the project, I think it's very uncommercial in terms of how you set it up. Just saying, hey, stick the magnet to your pants pocket, to your pants, and let's just hope it doesn't fall off. Like, I just think it's not very well thought through. So it's good. I don't want to be all. It's not like it's the other thing that got 0%. I think it's good. It's got potential. And if you use his idea, I think that's the best way of doing this. But, you know, and for that, I'm going to give it 80% because I think I'd do this as well. The way that you're suggesting doing it with an angle Z, I would definitely do this.
It's just, you can't swap it, so 95.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you give the card out at the end. I think it's really good. There's a lot to like about this. I am going to do it. I'm giving it 80%. I just wish they'd thought it through. But it's Peter Egging's company that's put this out. So, you know, I mean, it's not exactly... Abir has put a lot of stuff out through Peter Egging. In fact, he went on the internet once and said, the only time that I give his stuff a good review is if I've been sent it. And if I haven't been sent it, I give it a bad review, which is not true because we buy everything. But, you know, I mean, whatever. But I think that that's a problem with a lot of the Peter Egging stuff. It's very rushed to market, you know what I mean? I think it's something that they should spend a bit more time on. But it's really good, really good. I just think you need to think through how you're going to do it, because if you follow the instructions and you're somebody who works in the real world, this is going to become a bit of an issue in terms of getting into the position you need to get into. So 80% from me. What did you be giving it?
95.
95% from Ryland. Let's move on. Okay, so congratulations, N2G. N2G normally do coin tricks. They're not doing coin tricks this time. They're doing a card trick. N2G presents Love Transfer. And congratulations, N2G, for releasing the biggest steaming pile of turd that we have seen on this show this year. This is abysmal. This is terrible. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Not only is it terrible, I can't perform it. I physically can't perform it because your crabby little gimmick doesn't work. It doesn't work. I have defended over and over again your coin magic, where you bring out some really good coin stuff and you film it in a penthouse apartment of a hotel, normally with a 2-minute trailer, with a 2-minute tutorial, where even somebody who's good at coin magic can't follow what's going on. Whatever, I've defended that in the past. There is absolutely no way on God's green earth me or Ryland can defend this piece of crap. You're not going to get a performance because you can't work it. Nobody will be able to do it. So let me explain what the trick is. The trick is that you bring out a deck of cards, a blue deck of cards. You'll see why in a minute, and you have someone pick a card. They take the card and they sign it on the face, and it's lost in the middle of the deck. You then take the deck and you take out a red pen and you draw a heart on the back of the card on the top of the deck.
It's too perfect to be a drawn heart.
Yeah, well, yes, it is, but you know, that's what they say. You draw a heart without them seeing it, and then you bring your hand down and you show the heart on top of the deck. You snap your fingers, the heart vanishes visually off the top of the deck, and then when you spread through the deck, the heart has now jumped down into the middle of the deck, and it's on one card, and it's their signed card.
That's cool. Does it work?
No, it doesn't work. Because here's the thing, this is what you get. You get this
Too good to be
gimmick. You get this gimmick right here. This is the gimmicked card that does all of the work for you. And the gimmick card...
It doesn't do the work?
Well, no, it doesn't, but it's meant to. Let me explain what's meant to happen with this gimmick card. What's meant to happen is this sits on top of a deck of cards, and when you get to, so you get another card. You get one extra card that's got a heart pre-drawn on it, and then it says if you want to give them away, you're gonna have to draw a heart every single time. So it's fine. That's fine. You don't need refills. You just need to sit there for a night with a red pen and drawing hearts on cards, whatever. So you have someone pick that card without them seeing the back. It's lost in the middle of the deck, and then you're meant to draw a heart on the top card of the deck. This would be the top card of the deck. And once you've drawn the heart, you come down. Now, first of all, you can, I don't know, I'm not going to show the camera, but you can see that there. If that's on top of a deck, you can see, do you see what I'm trying to show you here? You can see that. And he actually comments on that on the actual tutorial. He says, hey, you may be worried that you're going to see this. Don't worry, nobody ever sees it. Well, I'm sorry, I'm worried, and I think people will see it. But even if they don't see it, the idea is that as you're apparently drawing this heart, an action is taking place that will allow you, when you come back down, to show a red heart on top of this deck. That doesn't happen. That does not happen. This does not work. It is impossible for it to happen in a smooth manner. With enough practice, you can do it with one single card. You can do it with the gimmick. But when you put it on top of a deck, it's next to impossible. But if you do it with one single card, if you can do it with one single card, you're going to end up like that. I don't know if you guys can see that. You're going to have this this red heart that you've apparently just drawn here. And then the idea is that you would have this on top of the deck and you would snap and it would vanish. But the thing is, you see it go. And 90% of the time, it gets stuck. And the tutorial actually references this. And it says, hey, if it gets stuck, just shake it until it vanishes. And then it's just like, if you have to actually point out how to fix the problem on the tutorial, then maybe you shouldn't have released it. Now, I know that people are going to come back to me with that and go, decks, this is a completely different thing. Completely different thing. This just doesn't work at all in any way, shape or form. This doesn't work. You can't set it and you can't vanish it. But let's just assume for 1 minute, let's just assume that we're not in N2G world, and let's just assume that this works perfectly, which it doesn't. Let's just assume that you can bring the deck up like this, draw a heart and come down and you've got the perfect heart. Well, I know you think it's too perfect, and it probably is. But let's just assume that that's not an issue.
Who's ever going to be able to draw a heart that perfect?
Nobody, especially if you're holding a deck, but let's just assume you can. Then let's assume that the vanish happens perfectly, which it doesn't. And let's just assume that when the vanish happens, you don't want to have... people aren't looking at the deck where the gimmick is obviously at, because they are. Let's assume none of that happens, and let's just assume that everything runs smoothly. Let's just assume it runs smoothly, and you spread through the deck, and you've got the card in the middle of the deck with the heart on it.
It's not going to be perfect.
You can do this same freaking trick with an Erdnase change. Surely if you bring a gimmick out...
I can do it Erdnase change, and I don't do
right,
card magic.
Right, boom, right. 2 ways to do this. First of all, same thing. Get them to have a card with a heart on it. Yeah, take a card with a heart on it. Have them pick it and put it down in the middle of the deck. Take a deck. Don't worry about the gimmick. Just draw a heart. Take your time. Draw it. Make it a little bit less perfect. Doesn't matter. You can draw the heart. You can openly draw the heart on a card. Then do an Erdnase change. Vanish it. Spread through the deck. It's on the back of their card. Brilliant. Don't want to do an Erdnase change? No problem. Put the gimmick on a double backer. Have the double backer on the top of the deck. Have them pick any card. Turn the card over. Do a double turnover. Pretend to draw it. Bring your hand down. Show the heart on there. Do the double turnover. The double backer stays there. Take the card off. The vanish happens in the hands of the spectator. And then show it's on the card in the middle of the deck. There are a million ways to do this without using this crappy, overpriced, absolutely rubbish, complete, like 30 quid. Something like that. Absolutely. Now, let's not even get into the fact that this is your standard shitty N2G tutorial where you don't give a rat's arse about the quality of the instructions on the tutorial. Let's not get into it for a minute.
Daddy,
no live performances.
You wasted your money. I could have bought 3 oyster decks.
Tell me about it. Let's just assume for a minute that there's no live performances. Of course there's no live performances. You know why there's no live performances? Because this wouldn't fool a blind monkey. This wouldn't fool anyone. I could literally go into a home for blind people, show them this trick, and they'll figure it out. It's terrible. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's why there's no live performance. I can just see the conversation at N2G headquarters. Right, okay, what we got coming out this quarter, boys? Well, we've got this coin set. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. How much is it? It's this much. Well, that's very expensive. How many routines have we got with it? 1. Okay, where are we going to film it? We've booked a hotel. Perfect. What else have we got? Well, we've got another 5 coin routines that's based on that one premise. Okay, awesome. What else have we got? Well, we've got this. Great. Let's film this in the hotel as well, shall we? What we were thinking of doing with it is making it... Somebody will have said somewhere in this board meeting, do you really think this is worth doing? Do you really think this is a good trick? And somebody else went, yeah, bugger it. You know, somebody will buy our crap. Like, I'm not buying it. I think this is dreadful. This is offensive to me. I am sick to death of N2G who have signs of brilliance. They bring stuff out that's really good, and then it's almost like they don't care. Hire somebody who gives a crap about your products when you bring them out. It's not hard to find somebody who can come in and put some routines together for this. Or find somebody... actually put together a quality control department where you have somebody who sits there and goes, you know this one, the one with the heart, let's not release that one. A really quality control department. Why should we not release it? Well, sir, I think the main reason is it's pants. Right, okay. Have a quality control department. That would be step number 1. Step number 2, find somebody who can actually give your products value because the quality is good, but the tutorials are terrible. And for the love of all that's holy, for God's sake, find somewhere else to film your products that's not a hotel room. And please, put some live performances together. This is terrible. Minus 1 billion million, quadrillion %. It's offensive to me. I hate it. So the final trick we're going to be looking at today, coming to save us from a sea of mediocrity, is Hanson Chien with his jumbo mints. What is jumbo mints? Well, if you do a tic-tac routine, and if you're a tic-tac magician, you're a tic-tac magician. You do the one with the
7 of diamonds.
The 7 of diamonds, and you do the one where the Justin Miller one where it jumps around all over the place, and you do
I
loads.
do the one where the tic-tac flies.
Yeah, you do the one where it goes up your nose and goes in your ear. You do the one where you do loads of them. Anyway, if you are a tic,
I don't do it, but there's that one where you can like put it in your mouth and you go. And you make it appear in your eye.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, you should.
But yeah.
Disgusting, but yeah. If you're a tic-tac magician, this is the ultimate finale. This is great. It's basically
this is like the big finish with the cups and balls.
Jumbo coin with coin magic.
This is the big finish with a tic-tac.
Yeah, it's basically a big tic-tac. That's all you get, a big ass tic-tac. That's it. And then you can do a bunch of different routines with it. Here's a couple of videos of Ryland performing with a jumbo Tic Tac. The first one is the main routine where it comes out of the Tic Tac container. The second one is kind of a barehanded size change, which you get taught on the project as well. Both of these really good. Let's have a look at these videos and then we'll talk about the routines. Okay, so look, you've just seen Ryland perform a couple of those. You did that very, very quickly. Like, it wasn't hard for you to learn. And you've got small hands, and yet you were still able to do it really well, weren't you? The tutorial is well shot. It's well put together. Hanson Chien goes through absolutely everything. He goes through various different ways of making the Tic Tac appear, shrinking it down, making it grow. And it even has a bonus routine on the project, which is mind reading with Tic Tacs, where he has somebody take a Tic Tac box, pour out some Tic Tacs. You watch the tutorial as well. Take the Tic Tacs, tip the Tic Tacs out into your hand, into their hand while your back's turned. Put the box down, and you can tell them how many Tic Tacs they're holding on to, which is just really, really clever. And yeah, the whole thing has been well put together. But the Tic Tac itself, the jumbo Tic Tac, looks great, doesn't it? It just looks like what a jumbo Tic Tac should look like. It looks like a big Tic Tac.
It looks like a giant Tic Tac that you can put in your mouth, and it's very minty.
You should do this in close up. This should be your thing, man. It really should. I try to do a cups and balls routine with bottle caps and Tic Tacs.
Why bottle caps?
Because they're smaller, like cups and balls with bottle caps and Tic Tacs. How cool would that be?
Yeah, but they're not things that would go together.
All right, we'll figure something out then. Put a routine together using Tic Tacs and some sort of thing that would cover a Tic Tac.
Oh, cover a Tic Tac.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, that makes
So I'm
sense.
saying take the little bottle caps and put
that's
Tic
fine.
Tacs under the bottle caps, do cups and balls, and at the end you pick up the middle cup and you go boom, and the Tic Tac appears. Yeah, I love this.
I got an idea.
You've got an idea. You can tell me now or later. Go on then.
Get a Tic Tac box.
Yes.
Open the top of it
Yes.
and like put like some cover.
Yeah.
So you can still tell it's a Tic Tac box, but you got like a little cover that you can put on it so they can't see what's inside, but you can still, so you like cover the bottom part off, cover the bottom part up so they can't see the actual Tic Tac, but then they know it's a Tic Tac box, so you can say, look, I've got one Tic Tac in each of these boxes.
Okay, that would work. We've got Tic Tacs up at the house. Make it up. Show me. I want to see it. Cool. Look, if you've got a burning desire to make a jumbo Tic Tac appear, this is what you want to go for. I do Justin Miller's Tic Tac routine all of the time. I absolutely love the one where it jumps around in the box. I taught it you. The one where you've got a single Tic Tac and it just they concentrate on it and it bounces.
Which one's the one with like the 10p in the Tic Tac?
That's Magic Box.
Yeah, I know it's Magic Box because I bought it there. What was it?
You throw the 10p in.
Yeah, you throw it the 10p in the Tic Tac.
Yeah, and it's there, and then you tip it out. Yeah, there's so many things you can do with Tic Tacs. I think you should do this at the end. My favourite Tic Tac thing you do is where you turn it into the 7 of diamonds. You should do that and then say at the end, and then open it up at the end and go and make the big Tic Tac appear. That'd just be awesome.
I need to take a bunch of paint. Like I need to set the table and cover it in orange, so I can do it with the lemon and lime like the actual lemon and lime box.
Yeah, that'd be really good. Do that. Do that.
Or if I haven't...
What?
You did not cover that well.
I didn't.
And if I haven't got it, I can take the dark green that I've got and the white and because if I haven't got orange, I'm good at mixing.
Looks like we're going to be spending the rest of the night painting jumbo Tic Tacs. Yeah! Woo! I love this. This is going straight into my act. I'm giving this 100%.
I should create a close-up act
around Tic Tacs.
About Tic Tac. So I do Tic Tac cups and balls. And like in between every trick, I like go to eat a Tic Tac. But then when I go to eat it, it turns into a massive Tic Tac.
That's a great idea.
We got pink Tic Tacs, purple Tic Tacs, green Tic Tacs, orange Tic Tacs,
That's a great idea.
red Tic Tacs, yellow Tic Tacs.
Seriously, I want to see that close-up act for you. I want to see a close-up Tic Tac act.
Yeah, that's
To make it happen. Finish the orange juice stuff and then we'll do that. Right,
I'm... Superhero. We've already done orange juice. Superhero.
Orange juice.
I mean, we need to rehearse orange juice, obviously. But it needs to be superhero now.
Superhero.
Superhero.
Absolutely.
Superhero flying through the sky.
I'm giving this 100%. What are you giving it?
100%.
100% from me. 100% from Ryan.
1,000,000,000%.
This is really good. We love this. Thank you, Hanson Chien, for coming and saving the day from a sea of mediocrity on this review show. You have come forward and you have saved the day.
There's no review show in the bag.
Yes, it is.
There's no review show in the bag.
Yes, it is.
There's no review show in the bag.
There you go. It happens every time. That is another review show in the bag. Thank you once again for joining us right here on Magic TV. What are you doing?
Huh?
Thanks again for joining us on Magic TV. Now, don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Why are you using a comment? It doesn't matter.
What?
It's fine. Don't forget, if you want to follow Ryland the Kid Magician, he is on Facebook, Instagram, No, it's not on TikTok. TikTok. It's a new thing. Try it. As Ryland the Kid Magician. Follow Magic TV. And also, don't forget, you can join The Netrix, my online streaming platform for magicians, by going to www.thenetrix.com.
Cookies.
www.thenetrix.tiktoks. You want to see us again? We'll be back next Wednesday with another review show. But thank you. Are you having fun there?
Huh?
You enjoying that?
Yeah.
Good. Thanks for joining. I'm Craig. I'm Craig. That's your bit. I'm Craig. This is where you say, I'm Ryland. He's busy. I'm Craig. That's Ryland. We'll see you again soon. Thanks very much. Bye, everyone. Just pretend he said bye.